the medicine of the ancient world alike. If you battle a chest that feels tight, a lingering cough, or congestion that drags on for weeks after every cold, hyssop is exactly the kind of herb the ancients reached for. Its very name became a byword for cleansing, and that reputation grew from the way its warm, aromatic steam seems to open and clear the airways, which matters all the more as our chests grow more stubborn with age. Hyssop is rich in aromatic oils, including a compound called thymol, the same antiseptic found in thyme, which is studied for soothing the throat and loosening congestion. Traditional healers used it as an expectorant to help bring up and clear mucus and as a gentle antiseptic for minor wounds. Modern herbalists still turn to it for coughs and colds, though like any strong herb, it is used in modest amounts. The simplest way to use it is as a tea, steeping a teaspoon of the dried herb in hot water for around 10 minutes, breathing in the steam as you sip. It grows beautifully in a sunny, well-drained spot, a hardy little perennial that returns year after year and draws the bees. Next is the golden resin that kings carried to a manger. Number 2, frankincense, the golden resin. So precious that wise men carried it across the desert as a gift fit for a newborn king, frankincense is the dried sap of the boswellia tree, hardened into pale golden tears. For thousands of years it was burned as sacred incense and worked into the most prized medicines and ointments of the ancient Near East, worth its weight in silver and gold. If stiff, aching, swollen joints are part of your every morning, frankincense is one of the most genuinely promising of all these ancient remedies. Long before anyone understood inflammation, healers used this resin for swelling and pain, and that old instinct turns out to have pointed at something real, which is why it has drawn such serious scientific attention in recent years. Frankincense is rich in boswellic acids, compounds studied for calming the specific inflammatory pathways involved in stiff and swollen joints. Early clinical research on boswellia extracts has looked at joint comfort and mobility with encouraging, though still preliminary, results, which is why you now find it in many natural joint supplements. As with any active remedy, it works gently and gradually rather than like a painkiller. Today, most people take frankincense as a standardized boswellia capsule for joint support or use its essential oil, well diluted, on the skin. You can still buy the raw resin to burn as a calming, aromatic incense. It is not cheap since it is tapped by hand from desert trees, but a little lasts a long time. Next is its companion gift, the resin of sorrow and healing. Number 3, myrrh, the healing tear. The second precious resin carried to the manger, myrrh runs through Scripture from beginning to end, used to anoint, to perfume, to purify Esther before a king, and to prepare bodies for burial. It is the reddish, bitter sap of a thorny desert tree. And for millennia, it was one of the most valued medicines and embalming agents in the entire ancient world. If you suffer with sore gums, mouth ulcers, or a raw and irritated throat, myrrh is a remedy people have trusted for these exact troubles for thousands of years. Its bitterness was no accident to the ancients, who associated that sharp, astringent quality with drawing tissue together and cleaning a wound, which is why it appeared, wherever there was pain, to soothe or flesh to mend. Myrrh contains compounds studied for their antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory action, which is why it has long been used in mouthwashes, gargles, and salves, and you will still find myrrh in many natural toothpastes and gum treatments today. Traditional healers applied it to wounds and skin complaints, and modern research has examined its compounds for fighting bacteria and easing inflammation in the mouth, though it is always used externally and with care. The common modern use is a diluted myrrh tincture, a few drops in water as a mouth rinse or gargle for sore gums and throats, or in a natural toothpaste. Like frankincense, it is a costly imported resin, but a small bottle of tincture lasts a very long time. Next is the gentle plant that soothed the same wounds from the outside. Number 4, aloe, the burial balm. When Nicodemus came to prepare the body of Jesus, Scripture tells us he brought a mixture of myrrh and aloes, around 75 pounds of it. The aloe of the ancient world was prized for its cool, soothing gel, the clear jelly held inside its thick, fleshy leaves, and it was used on skin, wounds, and burns across many cultures for thousands of years. If you struggle with dry, irritated, or easily damaged skin, with minor burns, or with the thinning, fragile skin that comes with age, aloe is one of the gentlest and most immediate of all these remedies. The moment that cool gel touches sore or sunburnt skin, the relief is real and instant, which is exactly why people have reached for this humble succulent since the days of the pharaohs. Aloe gel is rich in water, soothing plant sugars, and compounds studied for calming inflammation and supporting the skin's repair. Research has looked at aloe for easing minor burns, soothing sunburn, and helping small wounds and irritated skin, and it remains an ingredient in countless creams and after-sun gels to this day. It is for the skin, not for eating, since the bitter layer just under the skin is a harsh laxative. The best way to use it is straight from the plant, snapping off a lower leaf and smoothing the fresh inner gel onto sore or dry skin. An aloe plant is one of the easiest of all houseplants, thriving on a sunny sill with very little water, so you have a living remedy on hand for pennies. Next is the everyday bulb the desert wanderers wept for. Number 5, garlic, the everyday protector. When the Israelites wandered the desert, they wept with longing for the foods of Egypt, and among the very first they named was garlic. Cheap, humble, and pungent, it was eaten and used as medicine across nearly every ancient culture. From the laborers who built the pyramids to the healers of Greece and Rome, who pressed it into service against infection and plague. If your heart and your defenses against every passing bug are on your mind, as they are, for most of us past 50, garlic is one of the simplest and cheapest allies there is. For thousands of years, long before anyone had heard of bacteria, people trusted this everyday bulb to fight infection and keep the body strong. And modern science has found there is real substance behind that ancient faith. The moment you crush or chop a clove, garlic releases a compound called allicin, which research has studied for supporting healthy blood pressure and cholesterol, and for its antimicrobial action against bacteria and fungi. Large reviews link regular garlic eating with better heart health and a calmer inflammatory state. The simple trick is to crush it and let it rest about 10 minutes before cooking, which lets the beneficial allicin fully form. Use it generously, crushed raw into dressings and dips for the most benefit, or added near the end of cooking. A whole head costs pennies, lasts for weeks, and grows astonishingly easily from a single planted clove. It will never replace anything your doctor prescribes, but as a daily habit, it earns its place. Next is the warm little seed that settles a troubled stomach. Number 6, cumin, the settling seed. Cumin was so common and so valued in biblical times that it was used to pay the tithe, and the prophet Isaiah describes the careful way it was threshed by hand with a rod to save every precious seed. Jesus himself mentioned it, gently rebuking those who tithed their cumin while neglecting justice and mercy. It was a true staple of the ancient kitchen and the ancient remedy chest. If bloating, gas, or a heavy, sluggish feeling after eating troubles you, cumin is one of the oldest digestive helpers in the world. The peoples of the ancient Near East reached for these warm, earthy seeds to settle the stomach and ease the discomfort that follows a rich or heavy meal. A simple kitchen remedy passed down through countless generations and still used across the world today. Cumin seeds are rich in aromatic oils and antioxidants traditionally used to stimulate digestion and ease bloating, and early research has looked at cumin for calming the gut and for gently supporting healthy blood sugar and cholesterol. The seeds are also a surprisingly good source of iron, the very mineral so much age-related tiredness quietly comes down to, all packed into a humble spice rack staple. Toast the whole seeds briefly to deepen their flavor, then grind them into curries, stews, and roasted vegetables, or steep a teaspoon in hot water for a warm, settling after-dinner tea. A jar costs very little and lasts for months in the cupboard. Next is the round seed that God compared to bread from heaven. Number 7. Coriander, the manna seed. When Scripture describes manna, the miraculous bread that fell from heaven to sustain the Israelites in the wilderness, it says plainly that it was white and looked like coriander seed. That single, vivid comparison made this humble round seed unforgettable, and it has flavored food and soothed the body across the ancient world for many thousands of years. If a restless, gassy, or unsettled stomach troubles you after meals, coriander is one of the gentlest digestive remedies there is. Both the warm, citrusy seeds and the fresh green leaves have been used for centuries to calm the gut and ease the bloated, heavy feeling that can follow a large or rich meal, which becomes a more frequent visitor as our digestion slows with the years. Coriander seeds and leaves are rich in antioxidants and aromatic oils traditionally used to soothe digestion and relieve bloating, and early research has examined coriander for calming the gut and for gently supporting healthy blood sugar. The fresh leaves also add vitamin K and a wealth of protective plant compounds, so this everyday herb quietly does far more good than simply brightening a dish with its flavor. Toast and grind the seeds to warm up curries, stews, and roasted vegetables, and scatter the fresh leaves over finished dishes for a bright, clean lift. Both are inexpensive, and coriander grows quickly from seed on any sunny windowsill, giving you leaves and seeds alike.